Another positive sign, the U.S. has regained the title of world's most competitive economy by the World Economic Forum. For the first time in a decade, the U.S. ranked right up there at the top, above 140 economies, with a ranking of 85.6 points out of a potential 100. Singapore, Germany, Switzerland, and Japan have dropped below us. Scott, it's nice to be number one again.
Take that, Singapore.
Yeah.
Was the financial crisis really that bad to knock us out of the top 10 or
well, the financial crisis and the Obama administration.
That's what's interesting. So there's one thing in here that I like that they highlight that's really good, which is entrepreneurship being really good in the United States. But one thing they noted that still is going on but was big in the previous few years, corruption. And there you go. Thanks, Obama.
All right. Susan, the world is playing catch-up right now.
For a long time, Singapore was at the top because it was just so much easier to get licenses. Taxes are low there. But I'm really impressed. Size of the market, innovation, optimism back in the U.S.
And competitive is it's somewhat of a loaded term. You don't exactly know what that means. I'm surprised we only scored 85 on a scale of 100. I mean, we should be scoring 95. We should be scoring close to 100. And, David, I'll just say, one of the things that the committee making the rankings said that concerned them about the U.S. was the tariffs.
Yeah, but we got our mojo back. Yeah. That's the thing, Jonas, right?
Scott, remind me not to go to Singapore with you. They're going to cane you silly next
time. No. I'm honored there.
Come on, Jonas.
Okay, look. First of all, America's been at the top of this list since the 1700s. Let's be honest.
No, it hasn't. We dropped off since the financial crisis.
On my list, which is the only one that counts, because this list is a joke. Now, let's break into it if we shall. They rejiggered the way it was done. That's what happened here. They used to do it differently, and now they're rating all the stuff that we're good at.
That's not true.
That's what happened.
Jonas, this economy has become far more competitive than it was.
I didn't say the economy's bad. I'm telling you what the World Economic Forum, a bunch of globalists.
One of their categories was corruption, Jonas. They wouldn't be corrupt in assessing the total.
Japan is number 5. Anybody who puts Japan, Nikkei, 25,000
that's true.
on the top 5 of the world, ahead of China, is crazy.
They're a currency manipulator.
It's because they stopped weighting transportation high and started weighting all the things we're good at, like tech.
But will you just admit that America still is the most capitalist, individualistic country?
I just said we're number one.
You couldn't start a Facebook, a Twitter,
any other country. The fact is that the rest of the world right now is playing. The rest of the world is playing catch up, right, Susan?
Right. The world is playing catch up, and Japan, it is very difficult to do business there. I would agree with Max. Getting licenses as a foreigner or as a non-domestic player, very, very difficult. So I don't know where that
goes. The rankings,
Jonas, don't make me come over there, because you know what? We can go to Singapore together, and we'll stop in Japan, and you can see for yourself that they're not as good as the U.S. Fine.
Would you rather sit together, or is that what's going on?
Yeah, can we switch seats?
Yeah,
I'll sit on your lap.
Expectancy is on it.
The fact is,
we're up at the top again.
There is still, despite the fact that we're at the top again, there is this socialist lure that's taking place in our political system. Why? Why is that still a part of our political system right now if the economy is doing so well?
I think especially because young people, David, have been taught from the get-go that capitalism is bad, that self-interest is bad, that making money is bad. Making money is only good if you give it away. I mean, Bill Gates is the best example. When he was making money as the head of Microsoft, he was, the evil monopolist, right, the Justice Department. But now that he just gives it all away, he's a good altruist, a good beneficiary. So we need to return to loving capitalism. And if the president can do that, so much the better, because socialism is getting young minds.
Well, it's old school politics, too, David. I mean, if you look at when they ranked the U.S. fell out of the top one spot.
We didn't fall.
Somebody moved above us. But the reality is, David, it's old politics, too. You've got a lot of old folks in Congress that basically have carried on their ways for many, many years.
To get to your question, the majority of countries in the top 10 have socialized health care. That's why there's a draw to socialism.
They come up short in other categories.
By the way, because it's a whole methodology.
Wait a minute. You're saying that socialized medicine helps an economy?
For that list, which is what we're talking about, they look at life expectancy.
That list, we're now on top. We don't yet have that kind of socialized economy.
They rejiggered the list to make things that we're good at in the tech industry.
Semantics.
Bottom line is, it's very simple, folks. We are number one. That's all you have to know. Meanwhile, Canadians.